Evening, hello, hi. I'm hoping you can see and hear me all right. If you guys are in the chat, could let me know that you can hear me okay. That would be great. Hi, Danny. Just let me know if you can hear me, basically. I'm Victoria, for any of you who are new to me, and I'm clearly the last woman standing here at MIXTAPE HQ. I was supposed to have Leanne, Jean, and Amy with me this evening, but last minute change of plans means that you've just got me. I hope that's okay. I haven't done a solo live show before. My laptop is registering 34 degrees in our bedroom. I do have a fan, but if I put that on, you literally won't be able to hear me. So we're going to see how we go. Oh yes, good. People are saying they can hear me. That's good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't done a solo live show before, and it's been a little bit last minute. So we'll see how we go. Leanne, as she's posted on her Instagrams, is having some trouble with one of her dogs. It's poorly. Jean is still burnt out after a PhD and kind of recovering from that. And Amy is starting her PGCE tomorrow. I say PGCE. I don't know if it's called a different thing in Scotland, but she's starting her teacher training tomorrow. So she's obviously super busy getting ready for that. So you've just got me. I'm going to talk through the books that I've read over the last 2 weeks. I'm hoping you guys will talk back to me in the comments and we can chat about what you've been reading and how your fortnight's been. I'm going to do 2 sprints of 45 minutes is the plan. And then that'll pretty much be it. And I might have an interesting announcement at the end of the live show for all of you. So yes, someone said, yes, Sabrina's saying put the fan on during the sprints. Yes, I definitely will be. During the sprints, you'll probably be able to see my t-shirt moving because I will have it on like full blast. Like I said, it's registering like 34 degrees in our bedroom. I do have both the windows open, so you will probably hear background noise from our neighbours. I had to shut the ensuite window because our direct next door neighbours decided to get the karaoke machine out. I'm not sure you guys need to hear that. But it's fine. We're making do. That's why I've got my hair like scraped back off my head. Thank goodness for headbands today. And like every other British person you're going to come across, I'm talking about the weather. Sorry, we're not used to this. It's interesting. Right, let's see what comments we've got to start with. So Bonnie apparently saw this come up on the feed during day 3 and thought the readathon was over. There was still plenty of time. So I hope, Bonnie, if you're here, you managed to get some reading in. What did you read? Sabrina read A Natural History of Dragons. Oh, and completed the bingo board. Well done. I know that both Leanne and Jean love that book. ? Definitely Jean did. And I've heard really interesting things. Did you enjoy it? What did you think? Sandra's saying hello. Oh, Alice letting me know that you could hear me, which is really helpful. Thank you. It's kind of weird doing this solo. Jo saying hi. Mary's got her book ready. What are you reading, Mary? What have you got ready to go? Oh, Leanne's just dropped in to leave some hearts. Thank you, darling. Another hello. Oh, I've now got hiccups. That's what happens. Any of you that watch my videos, if I sometimes say, oh, I've got hiccups, that's what happens when I get nervous. It's a sign that I'm nervous about something. Oh, I think I already put that one. The fan will definitely be on. Michelle's here. Hi. Thank you for coming. And Chloe. Yay. Hello. Sheila. Hi there. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to... I can see your comments on this side of the screen, but I can't read them fully until it's a weird thing. Anyway. Yes, so all the hydration. I do have water, although I'm probably going to need to get a refill during sprints because there's been a lot of hydration happening. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your screen name, so sorry, but Cold and Raining sounds amazing. I was saying this, we've got a group chat with some like bookish people, and I was saying today, I actually can't remember what it feels like to be cold. Like, I miss being cold. I am a summer baby, technically, because my birthday's at the end of August. But I was born prematurely, and I've always been, like, the end of September, October is really my time when I, like, come alive. So, yeah, I'm very excited. We're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow to hopefully clear out this muggy weather, and I cannot wait for a bit of rain. And I love a thunderstorm. It's very exciting. Oh, yeah, Sabrina, it's meant to rain tomorrow. Yes, I will literally... I can't wait. I'm so excited. Joe's saying sit with your feet in cold water. That's a really good one. Why have I not thought of that? I can't do it right now, but I definitely will when I'm going back downstairs. So Daniela read a big chunk of, how do you say that? Aletsoe today, and I have 40 pages left. That's amazing. I definitely pronounced that wrong. Sawyer is reading Appointment with Death for Leanne's book club. That's really cool. I'm sure she'll be really pleased. Sabrina, her book, I really enjoyed it. 4 stars. I don't read a lot of historical fiction, so it was a news runner for me, but I did like it. Sorry, I almost put you in timeout by accident then, Sabrina. This is why you shouldn't be left alone to do this. Right. Ramble on Runway. If I start my final and 5th book today, can I count my big board done? Yes, definitely, 100%. Doing the closing show now, basically because I'm a complete lightweight and I'll probably be in bed by about 9 o'clock. So that's why I started the live show now, so that I can chat. But yes, definitely include it. That's absolutely fine. This is a very chill readathon, so make it work any way you like. Mary said, A Fatal Crossing by Tom Hindle. As we did a lot of sailing in my youth, I decided to use that as prompt 8. Is that the Titanic book? I feel like I've seen a few people talk about that. That sounds interesting. What did you think, Mary? Amy, couldn't have held this at a better time, as don't function. I want to do much with the heat. I've managed to read lots. Yeah, I've been the same. I've read loads because literally lying down is all I'm good for in front of the fan. Those of you that follow me and like watch videos or follow me on Instagram will know that I have a hammock that I'm obsessed with from like the end of April until the end of September. It's been too hot to get in it. We have 0 shade in our garden and it's just been too hot to be outside. So yeah, I've missed that this week, but you know, we'll see what we can do. But yes, good. So yeah, we're just gonna sit and read together quietly. Yeah, muggy, it's horrible. It's like there's not enough oxygen in the air. Joe is reading The Paper Palace by Mirana Cowley Heller at the moment. It's not bad so far. That's good. Again, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing these right. Chloe is going to read either Jane Harper for Nature on the Cover or read Winter in Socho for the unseasonal read. Nice. If it was me, and it's totally up to you, Chloe, I would go with Winter because I feel like that will have descriptions of like ice and snow and stuff, and that might be nicer than reading about like the heat right now. Michelle, I'm delighted. I have 1 book yet to finish, but won't manage by the end of the day. It's Beth Moran's Let It Snow, which is a NetGalley copy. Love that. Is that Christmas themed? That's exciting if that is. A few more comments. Ellen, I wasn't able to read as much. I was hoping during the readathon's master stress. Yeah, but all of the sprints definitely helped. I'm glad the sprints helped. Obviously, I've only been on the opening one and this one. When Jean did hers on Tuesday, I literally couldn't get enough signal because Gary and I were in Wales in a cabin. I got enough signal to like jump on briefly and leave a comment, and then it kicked me out. So I'm sad I missed those, but I'm really glad that they helped you. Nadim is reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That's actually not one I've read. Jules Verne. How are you finding it? Are you enjoying it? Oh, Mary's saying, no, it's not the Titanic book, but it's on a cruise ship with a murder on board. Just started it. Oh, that sounds really good. Is it cozy mystery? Because if it is, I'm going to add that to my reading list. I love a cozy mystery. Sabrina, that's really kind. I hope so. I know it wasn't quite what we had planned, but yeah, here we are having a nice conversation. So Chloe's going to go with the winter book, and Michelle is saying, yes, it's Christmas themed. Nice. So I read a lot last week and the week before. Just for context, for anybody that doesn't know me, I'm a teacher. So I'm currently on holiday. We're about halfway through the 5.5 weeks. Got about 2.5 weeks left. It's gone really fast, as I kind of knew it would. But I'm currently on holiday. So last week I went to Wales with my husband. We literally did nothing but read and sleep and eat. It was glorious. So I read a lot. I actually finished the readathon prompts like last Tuesday, I think. And you know, I'm a fast reader, so I did read all 5 books that I had on my TBR for the readathon. So I read, let's do the prompts in order, and I've got my very professional bit of paper here with the prompts on them. So the first prompt was Nature on the Cover, and as I'm talking, if you want to tell me what you read for each of the prompts, you can do, just put it in the chat. We've already got more like comments coming through, so I'll go through those in a second. So for Nature on the Cover was Felix Ever After by Case and Calendar. Can we just talk about these sprayed edges? Let's use Leanne's favourite word as she's not here. Spreadges. I can't lie, it makes me cringe a little bit too, but it makes me laugh because it makes her roll her eyes every time I use it. This I absolutely loved. I had a really, really good readathon in that I think, well, I know everything that I read I gave either 4 or 5 stars. This was absolutely stunning. The hype is real. Pick this up and read it if you haven't already. It is about a trans boy called Felix who goes to school. It's the American school system, so I'm always a little bit confused as to what's happening. He's about 17 and he goes to school one day and somebody has found a load of photographs of him pre-transition and has also dead named him and like blown them up and put them all over the reception area of his school. And it's about him trying to find out who did that and also kind of questioning his gender identity and falling in love for the first time and all of that kind of stuff. And I just thought it was beautiful. So yeah, I gave it 5 stars. Loved that one. Then for unseasonal read, I read this. This is Monster, She Wrote by Lisa Kroger and Melanie R. Anderson. Why can't I read words today? Let's just hold that so you can see it because it is the most beautiful cover. I had a lot of beautiful covers actually for this readathon. And this is non-fiction, and it's, as you can see on the front, it says the women who pioneered horror and speculative fiction. So it's looking at kind of the people, the women who kind of led the way with these with those genres, and some of them people I knew, like Mary Shelley, for example, but there were others that I wasn't as aware of. Kind of some of the famous names in here: Margaret Cavendish. It goes in chronological order from like the 1600s forwards. What else? Who else was in here that people might already know? Shirley Jackson, Daphne du Maurier, Toni Morrison, V.C. Andrews, Anne Rice, Helen Oyeyemi, Susan Hill, Sarah Waters, Angela Carter, and then it looks at like where the genres are going. So yeah, again, really enjoyed that. Then for spicy book, and those of you might know, I didn't realise that Cake by the Ocean was an Oi song. Clearly too innocent. I read The Roommate by Rosie Dallin. Again, the hype for this is absolutely real. I adored this. Gave it 5 stars. Thought it was fab. So that's my spicy read. Then for Going to Ibiza by the Venga Boys, so a book set in another country, I reread To Kill a Mockingbird. Haven't read it for years. Like literally, I realised this morning it's nearly 20 years since I read this book when I studied it for GCSE at 15. Reread this. Very different reading experience to the first time I read it, and very thought-provoking. I enjoyed my time with it, but there's a lot to kind of unpick with it. Gave that 4 stars. And then for my free pick, I picked Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead, which was on my general August TBR, and it was like my most intimidating read. So I picked this one. It also kind of counts for nature on the cover because you've got like mountains and stuff. And I gave this one 4 stars. Very much enjoyed it. Didn't quite get the 5-star feel from it, but I still really enjoyed it. It's very long though. So yeah, those are the books that I read. 5 books for the 5 prompts. And I had a really good time. I've really, really enjoyed this readathon. And now we've got loads of comments. So let's go through. Loads of you completing. Also, I was running the Twitter, which has been really fun. I've really enjoyed that, seeing everyone like tweeting their books and their throwback pictures and their completed bingo boards and stuff. Leanne was doing the Instagram page, and it was really fun seeing all of those things pop up as well. So it's been really nice to see what everyone's up to. So Sandra completed my mixtape board yesterday. Yay! So I'm now reading for G's Magical Readathon. Yeah, that's the other readathon, well, a much bigger readathon than this, but a lot of people are doubling up for both. All the sprints have been great, and I've got so much reading done in 2 weeks. That's amazing. Well done. Rachel, what are you reading right now? When we do the sprints, I will be reading more of Ninth House. I started this morning on Mel Sprints with Chloe. This is not my usual genre. The only Leigh Bardugo I read was Six of Crows, which I read 3 years ago, and it wasn't for me. I got bored. But this one I'm quite intrigued by, and I'm 100 pages in. It's slow, but also I don't think it helps that it's 5,000 degrees today, so my brain is just running a little bit slower. I am enjoying it so far. I like how dark it is, so I'm going to read more of that today. But no, it's not one of the prompts, although I guess you could count it as nature on the cover because you've got this very cool snake. So yes, that is what I'm reading right now. Chloe, oh, thank you, Chloe, cheering me on as always. Appreciate it. Sabrina, I love these sprints with one person. They feel a lot more chatty. That's nice. I was planning. I think I've said this about 500 times already, so I need to stop saying it. Never done one solo. I was planning to do some like towards the end of the year. Wasn't planning on it being today, but it's fine. Got to do it at some point. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's nice to be able to like go through every single comment. Forgot to say I'm reading This Is How You Lose the Time War. Oh, Sandra, people keep recommending that to me. And I keep looking at it and then putting it down and then looking at it and putting it down. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know loads of people have enjoyed that. Chloe is saying, wow, some holidays got shorter since we were kids. It definitely felt longer when I was a kid. Yeah, that's because the kids have an extra 4 days than we do. We go back to work on the 1st of September, so all the staff go back on the 1st, and the kids come back on like the 6th, I think, and there's a weekend in the middle. The 1st is Thursday. So because of teacher training, our holidays are shorter. It is like a full 6 weeks for the kids, but for us it is shorter because there is, as always, training and learning to do. Catherine, so I haven't been doing the readathon prompts, but the sprints have been helpful in getting me through a huge chunk of Our Mutual Friend by Dickens this past week. Good work. That's tough. And it's difficult with Dickens. I teach Dickens because we do Christmas Carol, and I love that one. But I personally find his other works hard work. So I'm really impressed that you're getting through it, and well done. I'm glad we could help you with getting through that. Chloe is saying Spreadsheets doesn't make me as uncomfortable as the other one, which I can't remember now. What was the other one? Was it Booktonet? We were doing a live show the other day a while ago, and I was making Leanne cringe with all of my terrible Booktube lingo. Amy's reading Songbirds by Christy Lefertiti for Nature on the cover. Sounds good. Sheila, Nature on the cover, The Confidence of Wildflowers, so good. Again, that's one that keeps getting recommended to me. The Fair Botanist by Sarah Sheridan on audiobook for your nature prompt, Joe. Again, that might have been you actually that recommended that to me. Entirely possible. The cover for that by memory is absolutely stunning. Yes, Michelle also fancies that one. And then, I'm sorry if you can hear the neighbours' kids. Welcome to life on a massive estate. First Day of Spring by Nancy Tucker. Yes, Joe, I finished that yesterday. Not for the readathon because I'd already finished prompts. Gave it 5 stars. It's absolutely stunning. I cannot recommend it highly enough. I finished that and I was sobbing, like full on ugly crying, like tears pouring out of me, couldn't breathe, kind of sobbing. I think my only issue, and I gave it 5 stars, so it's not with the book, is the cover. The cover's beautiful, and it's in the other room where I keep my red books. Cover's beautiful, but I think the cover reads like a thriller, and it isn't. It's, to me, it's more literary fiction. It's this exploration of poverty and what poverty does and how it can twist people and how it can affect everything. If you put people in poverty, it can have these massive ripple effects. And it's also about motherhood, and it's just, yeah, I loved it. I will try and be more eloquent in my actual wrap up. But yes, highly, highly recommend that one. Leanne was right. Publicly stated here. She made me read it. She was completely right. Oh, a few people were reading The Fair Botanist. Clearly I need to look into this. Couple books. Marianne, hi, I've managed to complete all the reading prompts, so we use the sprints to work on the rest of my TBR. Good for you. We are going to sprint in a minute because we've been 20 minutes of me waffling. Sandra is read The Refugees by, let's see if I can get this right, Viet Thanh Nguyen. 3.5 stars. Good, that's a solid. I always think 3 stars is fine. It's like, for me, 3 stars is like, I enjoyed it. It didn't do anything offensive, and it didn't set my world alight. It was in the middle. For food, Orange is Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. 4 stars. Nice. Amy, A Taste of Greek Summer. Maggie Baggett food book. Oh, cool. Was it a recipe book? Did you find anything good? I love books about food. And then Sandra's Free Choice, Summer Water by Sarah Moss. 4 stars. Nice. I've got Fingersmith just up here by Sarah Waters. If those of you that don't know me, this is my unread shelves. And as the books get basically, I have them in a queue. These are the books at the front. I like the next ones to read. And then as I get new books in, I push everything forward. That's just how it works in my brain. So I do have Fingersmith coming up, and I loved Tipping the Velvet. So yes, good. Okay. And then Mary Rutter, this is my last prompt. Will be the first time I actually finished a complete readathon. Yay! This is what we wanted. We just wanted it to be super chill and accessible and fun. And it's, it's not a time to be stressed. It's just a time to relax. Oh, I thought you were going to say you DNF The Dry. I was like, ooh, Leanne will be upset. So I had one DNF, but I read The Dry by Jane Harper. Hot setting in different country. Nice. Raised Pork by Angie for food-related and unseasonal, set around Christmas. Nice. And natural history of dragons. That's really good, Sabrina. Well done. Again, apologies if you can hear the kids on the street. I mean, how dare they be outside enjoying the sunshine? Another person giving 5 stars to The First Day of Spring. Yes. Joe read Malibu Rising by Tia Jenkins Reid for a book set in a different country. Good. That's another one with a beautiful cover. I'm such a sucker for a nice cover. Set in another country. Oh, The Reluctant Fundamentalist. Sandra, 4 stars you gave that. I wanted to read that for ages. It's been on my Goodreads books to read for ages. It's weirdly hard to find. Weirdly expensive to buy, because I don't know that it's printed here in the UK, so I think it has to come from the States. But you gave it 4 stars, so you clearly really liked it, which is very positive. Amy, Christmas at Lilac Cottage, Holly Martin, so no one warned me it was graphic. Graphic like how? Like with sexy scenes in it, or what? Because that sounds like a Charlotte book to me, Christmas at Lilac Cottage. Charlotte for Books and Bargains is who I'm talking about, for anyone that's not sure. She reads a lot of that kind of, I don't even know what the actual word for it is, like contemporary fiction or women's fiction. I don't know. But it sounds like it'd be cute. So I'm interested to know what's graphic about it. Joe loving Oranges is Not the Only Fruit. I read Fat Chance by Nick Spalding for my food prompt. That sounds interesting. Got hiccups again, so let's just try and relax. Sawyer said, I wasn't very successful in the prompt department, but I had lots of fun with the sprints and getting back into reading after being in a bit of a slump, so I count that as a success. Yay, so do I, Sawyer. That's really amazing. Like I said, we just wanted people to have fun and relax and read. And if you read, 5,000 pages or you read 5 pages, that's still really good. And I'm glad you've enjoyed the sprints. That's really good. Chloe's asking Sabrina, which one did you DNF? And hello. Hi everyone, just have to finish a book set in another country. Great, we are going to get underway in a minute. I'm just going to get through these last few comments. The reading sprints are very helpful, getting me to read in the evening. Once I start, I will keep reading and finish a book in no time. Yeah, I'm the same, as demonstrated last week. I just have to get going, and then after that it's fine. So Amy read Sunrise by the Sea. Jenny Colgan has loved the Cornwall coast. Yes, Cornwall's so beautiful. I'm in Bristol, so it's not that far to Devon, and then obviously Cornwall is further. But yeah, it's a beautiful place. Summit of 76 by Isabel Ashdown for my free read. Oh, thank you, Joe. Oh, and Sabrina DNF'd Beneath the Burning Wave by Jennifer Hayashi Dans. I've not heard of that one. Intrigued. Okay. Somebody else agreeing that First Day of Spring was amazing. Chloe has gone for The Drive for Set in Another Country and Desperate Measures for Spicy Book. I definitely thought I'd read more, but I'm happy with 2 in 2 weeks. It's really good. It's very exciting. And also, we all know it's 5,000 degrees, so we're not worrying. We're not stressing. The weather is too warm to be stressed. Okay, so Wester Drumlin saying, hi, hope everything's doing well. I've just finished The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean, so I think I'll be moving on to the audiobook of Infamous by Lex Croucher next while I do some cross-stitching. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a very nice Sunday evening thing to do. Right. Just picked up Tripping Arcadia by Kay McQuist. For the nature of the cover prompt, don't think I'll finish it by the end of the day, but I did finish 4 or 5 reading prompts, which I'm really happy about. That's amazing. You should be really proud of yourself. I'm super proud of anyone that basically did anything. So I think that's amazing. That's really good. So also Pages in Prose. In Another Country, Gideon the Ninth, 5 stars. I'm obsessed. I've heard really good things about that. It's not. I don't think that one's one for me, which is fine. But I know the people that love it really love it. Oh, Amy, it was Naughty Scenes. Okay. I can see how you probably wouldn't expect it in a book with that kind of title. But there we go. Joe's also a sucker for cover, honestly. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm just saying, I found my copy of The Reluctant Fundamentalist at my local Oxfam shop. It could be a solution to hold a copy. I will definitely. I've been keeping an eye out for ages for it. And I never get that lucky with charity shops, with bookshops. Occasionally I might find something, but I will keep an eye out. It's one of those books where I should just pay the money and buy it. But it's definitely on my list of books to keep an eye out for. So Sabrina, spoiled myself for the ending of Natural History of Dragons because I went to look for the second book in the series on Wardstones. I hate when that happens. That's heartbreaking. I also do this thing where, and I do it with Great Circle because I've read it, at the start of a book, whenever I read a book, I will always flip to the back and work out exactly how many pages it is. So this is 673 pages. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. So that I can divide it in my head. I'll be right, so it's 600 pages. So if I read 100 pages for the next 6 days, I'll read it. the amount of times I've spoiled myself by doing that. You'd think I would learn. I'm going to be 35 in 3 weeks. You'd think I would learn that. Apparently not. But no, I'm sorry that you got spoiled. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Pages and prose, unseasonal read, A Forgery of Roses, 3 stars, spicy read, The Love Hypothesis, 4 stars, and Free Space Jawbone, 3.5. So it looks like you've had a really good fortnight as well, which is lovely. Oof. Marty completed all the prompts with 2 books, but I'll probably finish a 3rd one today. Well done. Oh, Aoife's here. Hello. Hi. I'm reading China Rich Girlfriend to finish up the readathon on a high so far. Good. Let's hope it keeps going that way. Right. The weather has been ridiculous. Yes. I know. I'm not even in Scotland. I'm down south. I can't cope with this. It's just insane. So we're excited for rain tomorrow. I definitely do this, Mary. I love covers and sometimes pay a bit more for the book because of a beautiful, interesting cover. I definitely do this. I'm also someone who, if I read a paperback book and I love it, give it 5 stars. So like First Day of Spring is a prime example. Read that in paperback. I'm now going to buy the hardback at some point. Firstly, because I prefer hardbacks on my shelves. And secondly, I much prefer the hardcover cover, specifically for First Day of Spring. So yes, we're all suckers for, most of us are suckers for nice copies, for nice covers. Yeah, somebody else is finding it. Yeah, see, maybe I just need to go and scope out my local bookshop. Oh, Amy's popped in. Hello, I love your hair. You can't, yeah, I've kind of like scraped it, but we're at that point where like I cannot have anything touching my skin, so I've like pushed it all back. Sorry I couldn't make it onto tonight's live, but I can't wait to stream with you all soon and take part in exciting things in the future. Yes, so I will talk about that at the end. But Amy, that's absolutely fine. Go and do what you need to do. You have got a very exciting day tomorrow, and that's, yeah, absolutely fine. We're just having a chat here. Chloe H also bought the first Game of Thrones books from a charity shop, even though I don't think I'll read it. Bought it mostly for the pretty natural mountains cover. You will not be the only person who does that. That's hilarious. Amy's getting herself organised for tomorrow, and then rush to try and finish my audiobook to relax a bit and ease my anxious tummy. Lots of love. Yes. Be absolutely fine. You're going to be amazing. Tomorrow's going to be brilliant. It will all be fine. And maybe we'll get a break in the weather. Wouldn't that be nice? People wishing Amy good luck for tomorrow because you're all such a lovely bunch. So Michelle and Chloe wishing good luck. And Michelle's also going back tomorrow. I think the Scots go back early, don't you? Because we don't go back until the 1st of September. But did you guys finish earlier than us? We finished at the end of July. I think it was like the 21st of July we broke up. Michelle is also a teacher. So she's going to set up her planner and stuff. I'm ignoring those jobs until my birthday's on the 28th. And then it's the bank holiday on the 29th. And then on the 30th, which is a couple of days before I go back for teacher training, that's when I'll be doing all of that stuff. But right now I'm pretending it doesn't exist. I'm debating buying the Terry Pratchett biography despite the fact it's £40 because it's so pretty. I bet it is so pretty. And also he was so interesting. I've read a few Terry Pratchett's years ago. And I bet he's a really interesting person to read about in a biography. And if it's pretty, but also 40 quid is a lot of money. There was another good luck for Amy from Sandra. Now the comments are going mad because wishing good luck for Amy, which is so nice. And yeah, Michelle, the Scots finished at the end of June, whereas like we went into the end of July. So I think they're going back tomorrow. So good luck if you're going back to school tomorrow, whether you are a teacher or student. Good luck, you'll smash it. Amy's saying thank you. Soy saying good luck. She's going to be amazing. And Charlotte from Books and Bargains, she's on her break at work, so just popped in to say hi. Hello. I'm just nattering. We've done half an hour though. Should probably get on with the sprint. Teaching, yeah, it's the best job and it's the hardest job, and it's, yeah, like I love it. I realise I whinge about it quite a lot, mostly about being tired and not having a chance to read, but it is the best job. I actually said to my husband yesterday, I was like, I'm not ready to go back to school, but I'm looking forward to going back to school, if that makes any sense. I don't feel like fully recharged yet. I think a couple more weeks, another week or so, and I'll be like probably back to normal, whatever that is. But I do definitely miss my kids, and I'm like constantly like, are they okay? Are they having a summer? What are they doing? I started thinking about seating plans the other night when I was trying to fall asleep. Like this is my brain. I was going to say this is the brain of a teacher, but I don't know that it is. I think it might just be me. Bank holiday weekend is too far away. I'm mad about that. I'm not, because it signals almost the end of my holiday. People saying hello to Charlotte. So Joe and Sawyer, yes. Copper Books, Terry Pratchett is brilliant. I'm glad you like my top. Charlotte's saying, look, she bought me this, and I'm wearing it because it's thin and because it's got cats on it, and we're going to use the Pomodoro Kitty in a minute. So yes, it's one of my favorite tops. I've worn it loads in the last two couple of weeks because it's really thin, but it also keeps the sun off my shoulders, so everybody wins. People saying hello to Charlotte. And Sabrina doesn't want to go back to work tomorrow. Yeah, sorry. Just had a week off, so I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. It's always the worst feeling. Oh yeah, Chloe doesn't want the holidays to be over, but also wants, yeah, that's fair. Weird fact, teachers don't get bank holidays because they are always when the school holidays are on. You'll notice it now. Every time there's a bank holiday, it's school holidays, or at least that's the case in England. I don't know about Scotland and other places. So we don't get bank holidays. We did get one this year, which was like the extra one for the Queen's whatever Jubilee, but normally we don't get them because it's a school holiday anyway. Okay, right. Nadeem saying I would finish Maximum Writings of Jules Verne in August. Oh, that's the project you're working on. So yeah, hopefully we can get through a bit more of it now. And yeah, Chloe, seriously, we don't get them. It sucks. Right. Shall we do a sprint? I've got Pomodoro Kitty lined up. Let's see if I can remember Leanne's instructions. Oh, check me out. Chloe saying that's a teaching hate crime. Yeah, it's one of those things, and it's one of those things I didn't realize until I became a teacher. Right, let's do 45 minutes. I'm going to turn my fan on once we started, so you'll probably see my t-shirt like moving. I'm going to read some more of Ninth House, and then we'll do 45 minutes, then have a bit of chat, and do another for 45 minutes. Then I've got a few things one main thing to tell you about, and then that'll be it. So 45 minutes. Are we happy with that? Oh, Sabrina's going to go. Oh, sorry, Sandra is going to go and feed her cats at the beginning of the first sprint. Oh, I hope they're okay. My cats are very, very hot and not enjoying this weather at all. Anyone that doesn't know, I have 2 black cats and they are not very happy. Right, let's stop waffling, Victoria. Let's set the Pomodoro Kitty going. Is that working? Yes. Look at me with the technology. Right, 45 minutes. I'm going to shut up now. Let's read. Okay. How did everybody get on in those sprints? I should have asked actually before we started what everybody's reading. So tell me what you're reading in the chat. As I said at the beginning, and you can see it here, I'm reading Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. I started this morning. I was 100 pages in before we started sprinting. I'm now up to page 156. So I read 56 pages, which was good. I'm definitely a lot more into it now. I was struggling with it a bit this morning. I was a bit like, not sure if this is for me. Lee Bardugo, if for those of you that weren't here, we were talking about it earlier, is not an author that I've enjoyed before, and it's not really my genre, but dark academia is something I've enjoyed occasionally, and this is a good one. I'm definitely like into the swing of it now, so that's good. So yes, what have you guys been reading? We had a few comments come through whilst we were reading. So Sheila's also going back to work tomorrow. Inset joy, yes. Weirdly, and it might just be because this will only be my second academic year, I quite enjoy inset days, and kind of all the setup and lead up. But yeah, sorry if you're going back to work tomorrow. My thoughts are with you. Shah is here. Hi, Shah. She said, I don't really know how much of my reading the last few weeks has been MIXTAPE-a-thon suitable, but I've had a blast anyway, which is amazing. Currently listening to Reputation by Lex Croucher to round off the thon. Yeah, a few people have been reading this. I think also because a few people read it for Jane Austen July, for the read a book set in Jane Austen's time prompt. And I think there are a few people like finishing it off. So are you enjoying it? I hope so. It sounds really good. I know a lot of people have been enjoying it. So Sabrina read 16% of the Drowned Woods. That's really good. Well done. My wife just thought that time was our cat and made kissy noises to get his attention. I love it. It makes me jump every time, and even though I was literally like sat watching the timer go down, for some reason it still made me jump. That's hilarious. My cats are shut because I'm on the first floor in our bedroom. And as you can hear, because you can hear kids and dogs and stuff, I've got the windows like as open as they will go. And I love our cats, but they're both idiots. And if they can, they will sit on the outside of the windowsill, which is fine on the ground floor. But it means that on the first floor, because they've both done it previously, they've gone and sat on the outside of the window frame on the first floor. And they're both idiots. So we have to have the windows like open just a little bit. But the thought of being in here with the windows only slightly cracked open just made me want to cry, basically. So I've got our bedroom door shut. Occasionally, when we were sprinting, I could hear them headbutting the door and like pouring it, but I need the windows open, so no kitties in here. But that's hilarious that your wife thought it was your cat. Mary read 47 pages. Amazing. We love it. Catherine read 27 pages of Our Mutual Friend. Oh, I've heard really good things about that, if it's the one that I'm thinking of. Are you enjoying it? 27 pages is great. Sawyer read 51 pages of Appointment with Death. Nice. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Laura's here. Hi, just popping on as I'm also hosting them in my Facebook group. It's a busy evening for sprints and live shows and stuff tonight. I'm reading A Million Aunties, country number 15 of the month, Jamaica. So anyone that doesn't know, Laura hosts this, she'll probably correct me if I say it wrong, so apologies if I say it wrong, but like this Read Around the World challenge during August. So as she said, she's on country 15, so that must mean she's read 15 books so far this month, which is incredible. I'm currently on 11, and I feel like I'm doing really well. And she's clearly out reading me. So she's now in Jamaica. Really, really cool challenge. And that sounds really good. So well done. So Anne read 64 pages of First Love by Ivan Turgenev. 36 pages to go. Amazing. So hopefully you'll finish that in the next sprint. What are you going to read after that? Cozy Corner Read said, just finished my last book with Readathon. Yay, well done. What was it? Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Joe, 20 pages of the paper pads and a handbag sort out. We love that. Chloe from Chloe Reads Books for her self-care prompt for the Readathon. She posted it today. I think it was this morning. She had like a proper like clear out and tidy up and clean of her apartment yesterday as her like self-care time, and we love stuff like this. And yes, sometimes your handbag, you just need to like empty it all out, go through it, throw stuff away and sort it out. So yes, good for you, Joe. I love that. I've put my school bag in my wardrobe. I did empty it out beforehand, like before, like at the end of the school year, because nobody wants to go back in September and find like moldy crisps in your bag. But that is also currently shut in my like right at the back of my wardrobe, where I'm like, no, school does not exist just now. So that'll have to come out in a couple of weeks. Sabrina, I think other touched might be my favorite word for magic people in fiction. Yeah, nice. Yeah, there's a few different phrases that people use, aren't they? So other touched. Yeah, I can see why you'd like that. Mary is asking Joe, did your dog bark again on hearing the meow? We need to know, Joe, so let us know if you haven't already. I'm like going through. And then HIM, I said, I'm reading The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I'm struggling to focus a little. The mystery is very slow so far. Yes, I read that last year. Their book seems to be kind of a Marmite book. People either love or hate it. I finished it. I did find it very slow. So I guess it depends if you don't mind that. I thought it was clever. It was a clever idea, but it was quite slow. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Mary liked it. She's right underneath in that comment saying that she loved it or liked it. Okay, and this is encouraging me. I did not enjoy the Six of Crows duology, but I loved Ninth House. Also, weirdly, I did like the Shadow and Bone TV show. So for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, I was saying that I'm reading Ninth House, and I was nervous to pick it up this morning because I read Six of Crows 3 years ago on our honeymoon and was bored. Didn't enjoy it at all. Didn't read the second one. Was like, leave it was clearly not for me. This I think was her adult debut, which I think is why I was a bit like, oh, maybe. And it's Dark Academia, which sometimes I like. But yeah, I'm definitely more in the swing of it now. We're no, I was going to say nearly halfway, but we're really not. But we're 156 pages in, so it's a good chunk. And I didn't bother to watch the Shadow and Bone TV show because I was like, I wasn't fussed about the book. And also, this will probably get me shouted out in the comments, I don't watch a lot of TV, so when I do watch TV, I was like, that's not a priority. You know, I'm too busy like rewatching. What do I rewatch? Heartstopper, watch that a lot. I do also watch my I hate the phrase guilty pleasure because I just think enjoy your life, but my guilty pleasure TV is Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I love that show. I never did. And then one of the things that I did in the very first lockdowns when life was particularly scary was I started watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and really old episodes of Gogglebox. Like so old they didn't mention words like Brexit or COVID or Trump. And it just became like a comfort thing, and now I'm obsessed. Not so much with I love Gogglebox, but I've watched all of that, and now I'm still watching Kardashians. So you know, we do what we need to do. Michelle said, basically just set out my daily page on Planner, put the clean duvet cover and sheets on. Is there anything better? Is there anything better than clean sheets? I don't think there is. I've said this to my husband before, like, if we had the money, basically, I would have clean sheets every single day because it's just one of life's pleasures. Good for you, Michelle. Sounds amazing. Then she said, feels pointless in this heat. Kind of, yeah, possibly. We've entirely ditched our duvet. We've just got a sheet. Because the duvet would just become too much. But hopefully, we're hoping the weather's going to break tomorrow. So, Sabrina, my cat managed to roll off the windowsill and now can only have supervised window time. That sounds like what mine would do. It just sounds like a trip to the vets. We're just waiting for a trip to the vets, and I haven't got the money for that just now. So we just have small window gaps. But oh bless, supervised window time. What an idiot! What's your cat called? And what do they look like? Tell me all about your cats. I'm always excited for people's cats. So Chloe finished a chapter of my book. Yay! I went for a snack. Excellent. What snack? Because if there's something else that I love aside from cats, it's snacks. Michelle also received a cheeky bookmark as they had Frey North Little Wing for £5 on The Bad Place, but the joy. Okay. We always love a bookmark. I've got Leanne's Dark Academia bookmark because it felt like the right thing. Why can't I? There we go. It felt like the right choice for a Dark Academia book. I think she's still got this one. It is a little bit bent, but I think that's just a sign that I love it and use it all the time, which I do. What else? Thank you guys for chatting to me so much tonight. I was genuinely worried that A, nobody would turn up, and B, nobody would talk to me, so thank you. Only read a few pages of This Is How You Lose Time War as I got busy feeding the cats, and then the people of the household. Very important. What were you feeding the people of the household? Always want to know about food. And I hope your cats are okay. I think I need to put This Is How You Lose Time War on my reading list. Oh dear. Cozy Corner Read said it was Moonlight Over Manhattan by Sarah Morgan, a contemporary romance. Nice. Anne said, I'm going to continue Black Cake, which is incredible so far. Definitely its way to a 5-star rating. Nice. I've not heard of that one. What is that? I'm very excited for you to have a 5-star read. That's always a good time. Catherine saying, I'm halfway through Our Mutual Friend now. I'm really loving it. That's good. It's my first Dickens. I had no idea what to expect, but it's funny. And the language isn't too hard to decipher. The characters are great. Yeah. I always find him a bit dense. And because at the time that he was writing, he was a periodic writer, which meant that he wrote either weekly or monthly sections to go into the newspaper. Look at me slipping into English teacher mode. So his stories can often feel like a series of connected short stories because each chapter has to end on a cliffhanger to like make the person want to pick that paper up the next week or month. So sometimes people struggle with that. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. He is amazing at characters. If you enjoy I'll Meet Your Friend, I would really genuinely recommend A Christmas Carol, obviously for Christmas. Well, you can read it whenever you like, but I always recommend Christmas Carol. It's really short. I read it every single year on Christmas Eve, and it usually takes me about 2 hours, so it's good. Shah is enjoying Reputation, and it's giving me a nice break from Booker Books. Yes, Shah is reading the book along list, which is amazing. That's a massive task. I know there are a few like book people doing it. But I'm not surprised you need a break from the Book of Books because I usually manage like 1 or 2 a year. So I'm seriously impressed. Michelle, yes, absolutely do this. The first day of spring is 99p for Kindle, so I might need to. Anyone that's got Kindle, get this book. Obviously check content warnings and stuff. I will have a review for it going up on my Instagram at some point next week. I've got a few books waiting in the queue. And I will be more coherent than It Made Me Sob. But I absolutely loved it. And it's Leanne's favourite book of the year so far, which probably tells you quite a lot. It's also very rare for the two of us to love the same book. So take from that what you will. But yeah, great. That's a great shout, Michelle. Joe, yes, he did his Yorkie and he barks at anything. Oh, we love Alfie. I'm sorry I made him bark. But, you know, they are a barky breed, I think. My aunt's had Yorkies my whole life, and they are adorable. Such funny little characters. Chloe, I really need to try Ninth House because I love Six Crows, and I very much dislike Shannon Bone the book. Interesting. I'm enjoying this so far. So we'll see. But I've got another like 300 pages to go because it's long. Joe encouraging Michelle. Sabrina saying that they love K-dramas. I've never watched one. I probably should try it. It's almost like I think I might like them too much and then I won't watch anything else. But I don't know. I'm glad you're enjoying them though. Oh, yes. And Anne saying anything Food Network is 110% comfort TV. Yes, I did also go through a massive phase of watching MasterChef during lockdown for the same reason. It was that like I need to switch my brain off. I need like nobody to say anything about pandemic, COVID, Trump, Brexit, any of that. And I can see like, yeah, Food Network could also work. Laura, everyone else is being sensible and not reading around the world. 25 different prompts based on holidays, e.g. honeymoon. There's an option to tie them to the continents. It's complicated but fun. It sounds really good. And a brilliant way to get people to read like books from different countries and stuff. It's really cool. Okay, Chloe, I had one slice of bread, peanut butter and banana on it. Excellent choice. And another slice with ricotta and tomatoes. That sounds really good. Yeah, I agree. They're both sound like very good snacks. Sabrina's telling us about their cat. My cat is called Svensson. Hopefully I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And a 3-year-old black and white cat. He wasn't hurt, just confused. Yeah, I can imagine. Our other cat, Safi, is 12. She's grey and white and is very sensible, so she can be left on the windowsill. Yeah, Safi can be trusted, clearly. And Svensson cannot be. Oh, bless. Cinnamon roll. Yes, Mallory. I have a cinnamon roll waiting for me when I'm hungry and I'm excited. That sounds really good. I love a cinnamon roll. Like, if I'm in a bakery and there's a decent looking cinnamon roll with good thick icing, I would always go for that. Kendall, hello. Just woke up and saw the notification. I haven't participated in Readathon, but I had fun catching up all the live shows. Hello, welcome. Being on the live shows, like watching live shows, that is definitely counts. If I can actually speak, that would help as participation. So thank you for being here. Oh, Sandra, honestly, woman after my own heart. 3 Ps, pasta, pesto, and parmesan. Carb attack. The only thing I would add to that is another P, which would be peas. Something about pesto, peas, cheese. Yes. Very nice. Now I'm now hungry. I've had my dinner, but now I'm hungry again. Cozy Corner Reed said, when we had cats, one of us used to try and get out the top window and sit on the roof of the cat house. Oh my gosh, that sounds like something Molly would do. She's trying to kill me by giving me heart attacks by doing stuff like that. That sounds stressful. Mary, I started the Read Around the World challenge some time ago, and somewhere halfway 20 and 30 took me longer than a year though. Yeah, it sounds like I don't even know. I should probably know this, like how many countries there are in the world. I might do a bit of Googling when we're in the next sprint, unless somebody knows. It's going to be a lot of books, but well done on doing it, or like trying it. Yeah, Laura, who's also a teacher. Very well explained about Dickens, grade 9 for you. Thank you very much. For anyone who doesn't know, grade 9 is the top GCSE grade. I got A stars for English at GCSE, which was the top grade then. I don't think I'd make grade 9 even now, because it seems to be almost impossible. But thank you. I will take that whilst I can. A couple of books. Marianne's saying, I've already got too many Kindle books. I know. Doesn't everyone except me, because I don't have a Kindle because I can't read on a screen. But it's a really good one. And also I think you'd like it. Just saying. Oh, Michelle has caved and bought The First Day of Spring. Excellent. Let us know what you think. And also tag Leanne when you review it, because she'll be excited that you're reading that. Oh, Chloe's being cute in the comments saying, I am a cinnamon roll. Thank you very much. No, Mallory, we don't have Cinnabon in the UK. I don't think. This is where like other people jump in and correct me. But it looks amazing. I've seen like some of my American friends talk about it, and it looks amazing. Mallory's also being kind. Oh yeah, Chloe's saying that there's no Cinnabon, which is sad, but we just need to clearly do some kind of road trip to buy Cinnabons or cinnamon rolls. Oh, and we've got Shah talking about her cat. So Esty is my noodle brain kitten, and she has been climbing the windows today, giving me a heart attack. I cannot deal with cats and climbing thing today. Daisy's much more sensible, and she tells Esty off when she's being silly. I love it. Anyone who doesn't know, we've got Jack, who is 6 or 7. They're both rescue cats, so their ages are a bit vague. And we have Molly, who we got in January, and they told us she was 2, but she's so tiny there's no way she was a year old when we got her. I think she's about a year old now. So you think that Jack would be the sensible one, like telling the little one off, but actually Molly is far more sensible. We love Jack. He's adorable, and he's my big like cuddly cat. He's such a mummy's boy. He's big, and Molly is very wee. But he's a bit of an idiot. So it's always her like telling him off. She rules the roost. They love each other. They nose bump all the time, like Rob knows. It's the cutest thing. But she's definitely in charge. And yeah, no Cinnabon, Mallory. I know I'm sad about it, but clearly I need to go somewhere that has Cinnabon and fill my boots. You can have too many books of any kind. Agreed. And something about black cakes, about 2 strange siblings who come together with them to deal with their mother's death and solve the mystery of her secret past. It has a dual timeline and multiple POVs. It's sad but interesting. That sounds really good. That sounds like something I want to read. I might wait for your review and then see. If you like romance, yes, and Food Network competition shows, would totally recommend Anita Colley's Love and Other Disasters for a bit of fun. Good non-binary rep as well. Interesting. I can feel my TBR growing from this live. That sounds really good. There's a couple of like foodie romances that I've had my eye on for a while. I just need to like get on and read some. Oh, Laura's saying she thinks there's one in Liverpool. That's exciting. I will have to look into that probably whilst we're reading. Is Jack the black one, or is that Molly? They're both black. Occasionally I put a picture up on my Instagram stories and ask people to guess which cat it is. And it is hilarious because I am a bit mean when I do it, because I don't put any scale in. Jack's massive, like you have to use 2 hands and like bend from your knees to lift him. Whereas Molly, you just scoop her up. We could probably scoop her up with like 2 fingers. She's very, very small. But yeah, they're both black cats, and that wasn't deliberate. But like I said, they're both rescues, and we had Jack, and then decided that we wanted to get a second cat, and it took months, 6 months, more than that, to find a cat that could live with another cat. And she just happened to be a black one. So yeah, they are both black cats. Oh, Cozy Corner Reads has also bought The First Day of Spring. Sounds good. Shah, I took Essay for her and a jabs last week, and I did ask them if she was a healthy size, because she still looks like a kitten to me. She's nearly 18 months old. She said she was just small. Yeah, I mean, Moles is the same. She's tiny. When I took her for her injections in like May time, I think it was, they agreed that they thought she was less than a year old, but she's just also might just be a small cat. Previous cat that we had before Jack, Cassidy, she was small as well. Even like fully grown, she was nowhere near as big as Jack. Some of them are just small. And that's fine. It's also helpful because Molly likes to sleep across my back. even when it's 5,000 degrees outside. So I'm grateful that she's smaller than Jack. Yes, we're going to have to do a trip to Liverpool for Cinnabon, clearly. Oh, Joe thinks there are Cinnabons in the UK. We don't have to find this out. And yes, Chloe, for the Black Cat, love. Okay. Oh, Shaz also thinks that there are some. This is very exciting news, guys. I'm going to have to do like a road trip to get Cinnabons. Or do they deliver? Because that, that's pretty much peak Victoria activity. Right. Shall we do another sprint? I'm thinking if we do another 45 minutes, a little bit of chat afterwards. This has been really fun. I'm really enjoying this. And a little bit of chat afterwards. And then I will tell you some stuff that hopefully you'll be excited about. I'm excited about it. Laura, according to the website, we have till 10 p.m. to get there. I'm in Bristol. Liverpool is like 4 hours from me. I don't think we're going to make it tonight, but that's hilarious. Oh, and Leanne's here briefly. Hello. She's being cute, saying that I'm cute. Thank you very much. I'm very, very hot. That's the other reason why we need to sprint now, so I can put the fan back on, because I'm like, lovely. Oh, Sabrina talking about her cat. We got Svensson from Battersea, but Safi was from Cats Protection. But she was my nan's cat. And then when she moved into assisted living, she was given to my dad. When he died, she came to live with us. Oh, she said quite the life. But yay for adopted cats. That's nice. Everybody, Laura's trying to encourage everybody to come to Liverpool. Or, Laura, you come to me and you bring the Cinnabons. Just saying. Oh, and Chloe's going to pick me up on the way. So that's good. We've got a whole trip planned now around food. Right, let's sprint. We'll do another 45 minutes if everyone's happy with that, because I would like to get another 50 pages. Because if I get another 50 pages done of this, then I'm almost halfway through, which is nice. Would be good. I'm not in any particular rush, but I like to get, a decent chunk read. We have a bit more of a chat, and then that'll be it. I think we'll just do one more sprint, and then after that I'll probably have to go lie downstairs on my cold kitchen floor with the fan on. Also, I've got the only fan in the house right here, which means that Gary is currently downstairs with no fan. Bless him, because he was like, your need is greater. So we appreciate his sacrifice, because otherwise I might have been doing the sprint from my kitchen floor. Anyway, right, let's see if I can set this up again with Kitty. Oh, there's a couple more comments. So, Catherine, yes, I am sort of in Bristol, near Bristol. Taunton's lovely. Love Taunton. Is Liverpool far? I have the California view of distance where 1 hour drive considered nearby. Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to one of my American friends about scale, and they were talking about a short drive, and they were going 6 hours somewhere. And I was like, even if I started at Southampton, which is right on the south coast, and drove all the way up to the top of Scotland, I think that would take a maximum of 8 hours. Our country is small, but it feels, because we don't have to go very far, Liverpool feels far away. It's 4 hours, I think, from where I am. Right, let's stop waffling. Laura's trying to get everyone to come to Liverpool, which is in the northwest. If you want to go up the M6, well, depending on where you are, might come down the M6. I don't know. Anyway, stop waffling, Victoria. Let's reset the kitty and make it so that you can see the kitty, because that would help. There we go. Right, 45 minutes. I will shut up. Let's go. Okay, so how do we do that time? The other thing I want you to tell me in the comments is what's your favourite book that you've read over the last 2 weeks at the Readathon. If it's your Readathon prompt, great, let me know which prompt it is. It's just another book that you've enjoyed in the last 2 weeks that maybe you read on sprints, let me know that. I read another 50 pages of this, so yeah, we're nearly halfway. Got this much to go. I'm enjoying it. It's very dark. The pace is picked up. I struggle with slow books personally. So yeah, this is I'm enjoying this so far, but we'll see. So yeah, what were you reading in that sprint? How did you get on? And what was your favourite book of the 2 weeks of the readathon? My favourite book, I already talked at the beginning about the books I read. I read these 5 for my readathon prompts. It's been a really good couple of reading weeks. My favourite was Felix Ever After, I think, by Case and Calendar. Either that one or The Roommate. One of these two, both very pretty covers. Felix has got the smudges. Lovely. Yeah, I think either one of these. Probably this one. But, you know, either of these two, I think, are my favourites. Although I did enjoy the other 3. It's been a very good reading fortnight for me. Okay, so we've got some comments coming through. Okay, so Michelle liked Young Mungo for me, inspired by a favourite summer song, On the Downside by Ocean Colour Scene. I love Ocean Colour Scene. So underrated. What else have we got? Sabrina read 20% of the Drowned Woods. I think my favourite book was A Natural History of Dragons. Yeah, I really think I'm going to have to add that to my TBR because, you know, it's not big enough. Sawyer read 57 pages and 12 pages left to go, and I'm excited for the ending. That's really good. Hopefully you can finish that this evening. Another hour or so of my audiobook done. It's on 1.5 speed, sharp. Like, I'm so impressed by people who can listen to audiobooks like faster than like normal, like the speed they give you. I can't. My brain just goes, what now? So I always find it super impressive when people can listen to it faster. So that's good. Well done. Joe read 42 pages. First Day of Spring was my favorite of the readathon easily. Yeah, I didn't count it as a readathon prompt because I'd already filled it with other stuff. But I think it's highly likely that it's going to be my favourite read of the month. Like I said, it's Leanne's favourite read of the year so far, and I can totally see why. Laura, she enjoyed Come Fly the World. I used it for the free choice song prompt. Yes, I've now got that song in my head. Books and Blankets. Great screen name. A Psalm for the Wild Built. It was so beautiful, so much beautiful nature and good cups of tea. That sounds really nice. That sounds like it'd be soothing. Is that correct, or am I just making assumptions? Sheila read 50 pages, and my favourite book was Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I'm in a romantic book hole. Yeah, I know loads of people enjoy Tessa Bailey books. I haven't actually read one yet. If I was going to start with one Tessa Bailey book, which one would you guys recommend that I start with? Because I hear good things about them, and they sound fun. Michelle said, but Young Mungo only just pipped the post of Maggie O'Farrell's The Marriage Portrait. Yeah, I saw that you were reading that, Michelle. And for anyone that doesn't know, Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell is one of my favourite books of all time. And I'm genuinely too scared to read anything else by her. But The Marriage Portrait is one that I could be tempted by. I'd looked at her like back catalogue and I was a bit like, yeah. But this one sounds really good. So maybe I'll have to be brave towards the end of the year. And it helps to know that you loved it that much because we have very similar taste. Oh, sorry, Shah. My girls have gone crazy after hearing that meow. Yeah, it does tend to have that effect. So Amy, I'm using the sprints to write instead of reading, but Only One Girl in All the World by Kendara Blake is calling to me. That's very exciting. What are you writing? I'm always impressed by people that write. I actually have a master's degree in creative writing, but I haven't written anything in years. So I'm always super impressed by those that can write. Cozy Corner Read said, my favourite read was Gay Club by Simon James Green. Another author I've heard really good things about. I think it was Still Life by Sarah Winman for me. That's from Mariana Copper Books. I still haven't read that one. And it's one that comes up and I'm like, should I pick that up? Aoife at Pretty Purple Polka Dots is giving me the eyes for The Roommate because she was the one that recommended it to me and she's the one that chose it for my August TBR. So thank you very much. It was a cracking pick, 5-star read, loved it. She said, really loved Hang the Moon by Alexandria Belfleur. Read it for Cake by the Ocean and Here Comes the Sun. Very nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sandra read 43 pages, so this is how you lose the time war. That's great. Favorite book of the readathon was The First Day of Spring. Yeah, this seems to be the common theme. I think Leanne recommended it, possibly in her TBR video, can't remember. It was definitely in the book haul that we did on her channel, and it seems like a lot of people picked it up and loved it. And like I said, I just adored it, gave it 5 stars. Laura, I've just updated my reading journal. All the tapes now have names. I need to share it. Amazing. Yeah, Laura does like beautiful reading journals that she shares on Bookstagram. She is Laura and her bookish thoughts. If you want to go and follow her, she's fab. So I'm excited to see your updated reading journal. I don't share mine because it's literally just a list. I'm not creative that way. Shah said, Reputation is my fave summer song pick. Cruel Summer or August being my favourite Taylor Swift summer songs. Yes. Reputation being my favourite Taylor Swift album. Tenuous. I know. I don't think that's tenuous at all. I think that's great. And we're going to talk a little bit about Taylor Swift in a minute. Catherine read 30 pages. My book got very wild and exciting. That's exciting. My favourite book I've read in the past week was Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs by Caitlin Doherty. I read that on audiobook last year, and she narrates the audiobook. It was one of the funniest things I've ever read. It's all about death and like questions, because Caitlin Doherty works in... No, it wasn't. Wasn't that one I read? It was her first one, where she talks about her experience of working in a morgue. I can't remember what that one was called. But this one I know is about like random questions she gets asked, including will my cat eat my eyeballs, which apparently they will, I think. I haven't read the one, but I need to. She's an author that really made me laugh with her first book. Anne said, finished my book. Yay! And completed the readathon. Well done. Favourite was definitely Accidentally Engaged for Spicy Book. Nice. I feel like I need to gather some more recommendations. I don't read a lot of romance books. But the ones that I do read, I tend to love. So maybe I should just read more of them. But I kind of like rely on you guys to weed out the good ones. So Sabrina said, just don't look for the sequel of A Natural History of Dragons before you finish. There's a massive spoiler for a character death. Yes, we are learning from Sabrina's experience. If you weren't here earlier on, she accidentally got spoiled because she went to look up the second book and it talked about a character death, and we hate that. So yes, be careful when you do that. Shah said, I have to fiddle with the speeds on every audiobook. I don't do it to get through them quicker, just sometimes the narrator is so slow. Yeah, no, I understand that. I get that totally. Like I said, my brain just goes, what was that? If I try and speed it up. Somebody said that I should practice it, but I'm actually quite happy just listening at normal speed. But yeah, I get like some narrators can be super slow and you're like, come on, in your own time. Right, Mary, another 40 pages. Loved all the books I read. I don't really have a favourite. That's good. That's a sign that you had a really good time, which we love. And Books and Blankets said it was a very soothing book and under 200 pages. We love a short book. Well, some of us love a short book. If you follow Leanne, you might have seen this week she was saying that she's actually more scared of short books than long books, which is interesting. She likes to like get into it and have lots of time with characters. I like a short book because if it's a good short story, that's such a skill to write without like waffle, but still be able to create an amazing story. And also short books make me feel accomplished. I quite often start with a short book at the start of the month, so I like feel like I've got some momentum to my reading. Buddy read of Still Life. Yes, I don't have it yet, but I'm always up for buddy readers, and Still Life is one I keep looking at and then coming away from looking at. So yeah, maybe that will push me to it. Sure. Thank you. Amy, I've just started a new horror mystery project. Oh, that's exciting, but a bit stressful whilst I'm figuring everything out. Well, that sounds very intriguing, and good luck. Writing's hard. So good luck, and that's very exciting. Charlotte said I've only actually read 2 books all readathon. That's amazing. I've already said this in the live show this evening. If you read 5 pages or you read 5,000 pages, I don't know that anybody read 5,000 pages, possibly Laura. That's still amazing. Which books did you read, Charlotte? Tell me. Kendall said, I've just been chilling during the sprints, but I've been reading How to Write an Autobiographical Novel by Alexander Chi over the past few weeks and enjoying it. That's really good. I'm glad you're enjoying that. Marianne telling me to pick up books as usual. Charlotte's favourite one was the Heidi Swain Christmas one. That's very on brand. I love it. That also your favourite book in a summer readathon was Christmas book. Michelle saying hello to Charlotte. So Daniela said, I finished Alapso. I'm definitely not saying that right. And my favourite read was either that or the first couple of stories in Love in Colour. I still need to read the rest of them hopefully next week. I loved Love in Colour. I can't think the name of the author just now. That's a short story collection. I read it earlier this year and really, really enjoyed it. So I'm glad you're enjoying those, Daniela. Charlotte's encouraging me to read more romance, as ever. That is the dynamic of our friendship. So Sarah said, I just finished the manga that I was reading. It was called Crumbs. It was very cute and I highly recommend. And I'm starting A Prayer for the Crown Shy. That sounds really good. What's Crumbs? Very cute. I have to look that up. Oh, and Charlotte's watching from work with her service user. She's looking after who's liking this. Oh, that's nice. Catherine said she's scared of short books too. Is it because there isn't enough time to develop a story? Like, what is it that puts you off them? Because I find this really intriguing. Joe said, if I speed audiobooks up and miss bits, especially because I usually read audiobooks while I'm doing other things. Same. I exclusively pretty much read audiobooks in the car when I'm driving to and from school or whatever, just driving on my own. I listen to audiobooks because when I'm doing stuff at home, I'm usually watching Facebook. I'm usually watching YouTube. Who cares about Facebook? I'm usually watching YouTube and watching content and stuff, or I'm watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Let's not pretend, especially at the end of a particularly busy school day. So I only ever read audiobooks in the car, and I'm the same. If I speed up, I'll miss stuff. Like I said, my brain is kind of like, what's going on? Joe saying hello to Charlotte's service user. So Charlotte said the other book was highly between two soothing balm for my frazzled brain. That's what we need. We love to see it. Very much looking forward to crawling into my bed after these. I feel well relaxed and ready to sleep for once. That's really nice. We are going to finish very shortly. And then Sarah said, I read 9 things so far for this readathon. Well done. That's amazing. I love readathons because I always read lots, enjoy long and short books, but I guess I'm used to both because I primarily read literary fiction. Yes, same, Sarah. And then Sabrina said, I have To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini, I think, which I'm terrified of because it's huge and sci-fi, which I don't read a lot of. Yeah, that sounds scary. Although what you could do, if I'm scared of a book, I will just read 50 pages to get it started, then read something else, and then the next day read another 50 pages. And sometimes you find, which I was kind of doing with Ninth House this morning, and then sometimes you can find that you're 200 odd pages in and you're enjoying it. Maybe that will make it less scary. Yes, I'm the same, Sarah. I average 1 or 2 audiobooks a month because I only listen when I'm commuting. I tend to, depending on the length of the audiobook, obviously, listen to about 2 a month. Catherine said, I just feel like long books have more substance to them, which is bad, as I know short books are worth reading too. I also love the weight of a thick book in my hands. That's why I like reading hardbacks, because of the weight of them. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky, isn't it? Because I struggle with pace. Like, I much prefer a fast-paced book, and longer books tend to have a slower pace. And like I said, I like the kind of achievement of finishing short books because it's quicker. But then also, if you've got a longer book, you've got more time and space to kind of get to know the characters. So I can see both sides. Kendall says, I think I prefer shorter books because I'm a slow reader, so short books make me feel more accomplished. Yeah, I can see that. Alison said, oh, hi Victoria, I love your channel. That's nice. And loved the live chats. Thank you. I'm glad it was okay. My favourite read has been The Dance Tree while setting up my dining room with my 3 new bookshelves. That's very exciting. First time all books together. That sounds like a very nice Sunday evening, depending on where you are in the world. And The Dance Tree, I feel like that's one of the Booker Prize or the Women's Prize books. I feel like it's one that I've seen lots of, around a lot. Joe said, oh, this is my first readathon. I'm a mood reader, so it's not letting me to plan my reading. I really enjoyed this one, though. That's so nice to know. I love knowing that. Okay, so we have thoroughly enjoyed this readathon. Obviously, we're supposed to be here with my co-host, and it's just me because the others are resting, which they definitely need to do, and I am fully behind with them resting and stuff. But they asked me to basically pass on, from all of us, we've thoroughly enjoyed all of you guys getting stuck in, getting involved. The engagement's been brilliant. Like I said, I've been running Twitter and I've been having so much fun over there, seeing everybody's books that they're reading and bingo boards getting filled up and throwback pictures and all that stuff. I know Leanne's really enjoyed running the Instagram and again, like reposting stuff, and I've been tagged in loads of stuff, which has been really fun to see. So thank you so much for taking part and getting involved and talking to us and coming to live shows. It's been really fun. And you know, I had the initial idea to do a readathon over these 2 weeks because I'm on my school holidays and I had the time and the brain space for it. Leanne came up with the idea of linking it to music and creating the mixtape, and then along with Charlotte as well, at Books and Bargains, we came up with the and Jean, we came up with the prompts, and it's just been super fun. So thank you so much for being here. We've had a brilliant time, and we will be coming back in October for the autumn mixtape. So we've been working really hard over the last week or so to put that together. So there will be proper announcement videos coming at the start of September, but it will be the first 2 weeks of October. I think we're going weekend to weekend this time, so I think it's like the 3rd of October for 2 weeks, and it'll be exactly the same. We've swapped out some of the prompts. All of the music obviously will be related to autumn, and spoiler, there is Taylor Swift in there. And we're just going to have another 2 weeks of fun. We will try, we didn't quite manage it this time, to do a watch along at some point over those 2 weeks. I think it'll be Practical Magic if we do get to do it, because that's the like ultimate autumnal film for us. And yeah, there will be, like I said, proper announcements coming with prompts and everything else at the start of September. We're just finalizing stuff now, but wanted to let you know we will be coming back. It will be the autumn mixtape, and I'm very excited to get cozy because hopefully it won't be 31 degrees when I'm sat here doing a live show. So yes, hopefully you guys are excited. Oh, I can see some comments coming through now. And hopefully you will join us. Leanne's going to do some more beautiful oh gosh, there's loads of them. Some more beautiful artwork and stuff, and that will all be coming. Keep your eyes on, obviously, our social media accounts. Hosts this time around will be myself, Leanne, and Jean, and then also Amy, and who you saw on some of the live shows. She's absolutely lovely. Keep an eye on our social medias. Also, if you're on Twitter and Instagram, we do have dedicated mixtape Twitter and Instagrams, so keep your eyes there. But yeah, proper announcements will be coming, but I just wanted to let you know, we wanted to let you know that we are coming back because we've had so much fun, and we've had some really, really good, like, it's been really nice to see everybody getting involved. So okay, so still talking about that, about the reading on commute, so we're not the only ones. Oh, thank you, Joe. It's been a weird one, but I've had fun. Hopefully you guys have too. People are just saying thanks. It's been really good. I'm so glad you've enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll be back in October. So I'm just going to skim through these last ones. And then that'll be it for today, for tonight. I'm going to go and take the fan down to my poor husband, who may be boiled to death at this point. And make sure he's got the fan. And then I am going to go and read a bit more of Ninth House, I think. I've got a lot more into it than I thought I would, to be entirely honest. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, you guys are too nice to me. Thank you. And yes, Sharon, autumn mixtape. We thought, well, you know, why don't we do the next season? It'll be fun. And yeah, we'll bring out all the prompts and stuff shortly, but there is a Taylor Swift song in there, because I was like, well, if we don't have this one, I'm not doing it. Thankfully, the others were like, that's a good idea. Nobody's arguing it. So yes. Oh, question about bookmarks. Possibly. It depends what else she's got going on, because she has like actual work to do. However, even if she doesn't, she does have autumnal bookmarks anyway in her shop, I think. So I'm sure there will be stuff for people to get involved with if they want to. Yay, autumn mixtape. Haha, sure, you'll have to wait and see. I was very smug with myself yesterday. I'm not very good at music. Like, I don't listen to a lot of music, but I was like, we're definitely having that one because of that lyric. So yes, I am very excited. Okay, so we've been going for nearly 3 hours. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being so kind to me and talking to me. You made this really fun. I will probably do some solo reading sprints at some point over like between now and Christmas, basically, here on my channel, not related to the mixtape. Yes, shut up. I also can't wait to get cozy. It's going to be so good. So keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes here if you would like more of me doing this. Possibly not quite as boiled looking as I do, but thank you so much for being here. I'm going to do the awkward 30 seconds wave whilst the broadcast ends. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye.